Okay, Ms. Anderson, I have a few questions for you. What issues brought you into the office?
Well, swollen hands was the main one. Also, a lot of pain in my back. Most pain in my back, but swollen hands and unbelievably pain in the hands that I couldn't control with anything that the doctors gave me or anything, and it was shooting pain down my arms. That's 2 hours of sleep, that also, and I'd been to, 2 or 3 other surgeons, multiple doctors. I had a gallon-sized bag of drugs that they gave me. Then nothing helped.
Okay, so you had tried a lot of things before.
Well, the doctor had me do MRIs, CAT scans, scans. It's called a G scan. They pump radiation into you and scan you to try to figure out. I had the electrical testing where they hook an electrical probe somewhere and then they hook it somewhere else and they shoot electricity through you. You really feel like those people that get the 2 pads put on you and they're trying to start your heart again. Your whole body jumps off the table. What else did I do? Tons of testing. I don't even remember all the testing. It was a lot of testing.
All right. And what were your results?
One doctor told me she doesn't see the swelling in my hands and there's nothing wrong with me. I had another doctor tell me, you don't have carpal tunnel, you have a screwed up neck. I had another doctor tell me, you're depressed and you're causing all of your pain. I had another doctor tell me, I have no clue what you have. We'll just start sending you to other doctors. I know there's more, but I don't remember. But those are a lot of the main ones. And those are high qualified doctors. Highly qualified doctors that told me that. It's not just your normal, cough, your family doctor. These were like specialists and neurosurgeons and people like that.
I see. And how was this condition impacting your life?
2 hours of sleep at night. And that's like about an hour here and an hour there. Couldn't do anything. Hands, couldn't tighten them, couldn't straighten them. No activity whatsoever. Couldn't do anything with my family because it hurt too bad. I couldn't hold my daughter's hand. Just get through work to pay the bills, come home and sit. No house cleaning, no doing stuff with my family. I couldn't even cook dinner. Nothing. It literally, my life stopped. It was work, come home, try to recover enough to get back to work.
Yeah. What do you think your future would have been like if you hadn't got it corrected?
Literally think I would have just shriveled to nothing and bedridden to multiple drugs. Just kept taking the drugs, just trying to, because everybody I went to said nothing. Said, no, this isn't possible, this isn't, and I went to other chiropractors that said, no, you go see surgeons in Seattle. You go see this doctor in Seattle. I wouldn't have, there was no light at the end of the tunnel. There wasn't even a pinhole. It was nothing.
All right. And what has been your experience at this office?
I came here when my symptoms really hit hard. It was September 4th of 2013. I did all this testing and everything, and by January of 2014 I went, okay, I'm done with all those doctors, I want to go natural. And I came and I met with Quincy, and this was after I had a friend who, we kind of always gone to the same chiropractor, but for a long time we hadn't had a chiropractor. And I met with Quincy, and I met him at a home show. And I just signed myself up real quick. I didn't even take the adjustment. I didn't anything. I just signed myself up and said, you know, I've been doing this with all the other doctors. I'll just sign myself up. And I met with him, and he took my x-rays. And I remember one thing was he explained it to me. And he sat down for an hour. I don't even know, it maybe more. And I explained everything that went on. And that's really, it was the first time someone really, you know, because every time you go into the doctor, you explain everything. But it was to the point that, you know, not what's happened in the last 5 months. It was what happened 5 years ago. What happened when you were a kid. What happened, I mean, he went all the way, you know, how's your family? What's your family like? What's your family tree like? What's this? He asked me all these questions that I even went, what does this matter? But then afterwards it kicked in of why he asked me that, because he put it all together. You put it all together. He figured it out. And with the x-rays, it came together. It, you know, he could figure it out, and okay. And that was when I first came, it was amazing, because I was like, oh wow. And I don't know, what's the next question? Sorry, I don't know if I'm going.
Do you remember what was causing your problem?
Yes, we thought it was thoracic outlet syndrome at first, and that's because another doctor told me that. And I have it slightly, and I have it, but it's not. It wasn't the main problem, and we kept adjusting. But I also have a degenerative disc back. I had hips that were crooked, and that was one thing. My lower back kept hurting, and so you took x-rays again, because you went, there's something else wrong, you know, with this. And second set of x-rays, oh, your hips are off. You adjust my hips, lower back pain goes away. I mean, it was just, you knew there was something else wrong there. When, you know, I've had people go, well, sorry, that's just you. But you knew that wasn't right. And so it was just a quick little picture, and you find out, oh, let's do this. And it worked. You didn't give up. You didn't keep saying, I am making it up.
And how has your condition changed since undergoing treatment?
So I went from about 2 hours of sleep to about 5 hours of sleep. And I got about, every month I'd get like 1 night of full sleep. And then it got to the point where the numbness started getting better. The swollenness started going down. And the pain started, and my inflammation went way down. Way down. And once my inflammation got down far enough, and you know, then I went, okay, what can we do now? And I actually met with another doctor, and that doctor said if I hadn't gone to Quincy and he hadn't got my swelling, and he couldn't have diagnosed me of what was really wrong with me. And he said because the doctors prior, I was so inflamed, so inflammation, that's why they couldn't diagnose me, is because I was so horrible. And so he got to diagnose me of carpal tunnel.
Yep. Okay. And so what is your future now?
My future now, oh man. I move around, I exercise. Every time I come in, I always, do I get to play hockey yet? Because I loved it. I go on bike rides with my daughter, and I got to take her on the motorcycle the other day. I threw a football with the kids. What was it, 2 weeks after surgery, I threw a football with the kids, and I was seeing Quincy, I think I saw you 2 times that week on surgery, trying to make sure, or one time.
Yeah, I think it's one time.
One time a week, right after surgery, just because I was in the recovery stage. I threw footballs. Oh, I can wash my own hair. I couldn't do that. I can pull my hands above my head. Literally, I can do anything. Anything now. When I couldn't do that, I sleep in my bed all night long. I get like 9 hours of sleep, and I sleep solid. I might wake up one time and it's to get a drink of water. But I'm right back to sleep. I'm not staring at the ceiling trying to wait for myself to go back. I'm back to sleep. I wake up and I'm not tired. I wake up not dreading. And I don't dread sleep now. I used to go, oh no, I don't want it to be nighttime because I won't sleep. I have to entertain myself for the next 8 hours. And now I'm like, oh, bedtime? Okay, let's go. Let's go to bed now. I'm excited about it because I sleep.
Yeah,
so,
irreplaceable. Yeah. And what would you like others to know?
What others I'd like them to know is make sure when you come, tell them everything. And it's gonna, how do I say it? You know when you skin your knee and it gets hurt and it's bleeding a little, but your mom has to scrub it to make sure it's all clean so it heals perfectly? Remember that with it. Because right at first you're in so much pain that you might go a little more, and it's because your body is going straight and good. But that only lasts for a little bit, and then it's great. You can do anything. You don't hurt. You get sleep. You're relief. You have relief. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So hang in there. Very much just hang in there, because you'll get through it. I mean, one great thing is you call up and say, I need adjusted, and they adjust you, and you feel better. Make sure you ice, because that is like also 100% relief too. But just hang in there. It 100%, I'm proven fact, it gets better. And I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for Quincy and him calling like my other doctors, I went on vacation, he set me up with another chiropractic, talked to the chiropractor. I even called him when I was on vacation to talk to the chiropractor. I mean, he went, it's not just here, he gave me 220% of his job just to help me, and I have my life back, so there's nothing I can do to repay him. There's nothing, because I have my life back.
All right. Well, God bless, Ms. Anderson, and thank you.
Thank you.